We got to take a look at Huawei's new P20 Pro in Paris, where the company's gone all guns blazing on the camera. With the time we had, we took some pictures with it and compared them to Google's Pixel 2 XL for a quick first look at the camera's photo-taking abilities. This first one is of a plant right outside the hotel. To me, the P20 Pro seems to have over-sharpened the image slightly, while the Pixel 2 XL looks more natural and has extra details in the shadow of the plant. Next, we've got a picture of the street here in Paris. The P20 Pro does a better job at exposing the picture, and the foreground has a cooler tone to it compared to the Pixel 2 XL, which is much warmer. But the Pixel 2 XL does manage to retain more detail and highlight of the clouds. In this picture, the P20 Pro definitely has the edge in both the detail of the foreground as well as the depth of field while compared to the Pixel 2 XL. Colors, that being said, are well maintained in both images. Now we're here in Paris, so obviously there has to be a picture of the Eiffel Tower. I've taken this photo at the full 40 megapixel resolution which the P20 Pro offers, and the level of dynamic range and detail in this one is much more than the Pixel 2 XL. To be honest, this makes the Pixel 2 XL look dull and quite ordinary, which is saying a lot. Moving to portrait mode, the contrast and the dark look of the Pixel 2 XL makes the picture seem much more natural. That being said, the P20 Pro does take a good picture with better white balance, but my face is slightly blown out, perhaps due to an aggressive software processing. At 5x zoom on portrait mode, the P20 Pro produces a much shallower depth of field with a blurrier background, but the Pixel 2 XL manages to click a sharper image of the Eiffel Tower figure. It's at 10x zoom though, we definitely see the P20 Pro shine. Both the level of zoom and detail in the picture is far better compared to the Pixel 2 XL, where the detail of the blue bricks and the structure is lost. Now moving on to a slightly darker scene, I think both phones perform on par with each other, and there isn't a very significant difference between the two apart from the fact that maybe the Pixel has a hint more of detail, looking especially towards the right hand side. Indoors, in this picture of a plant, the P20 Pro has the blurrier background, but the light behind the subject is blown out, which is kept intact on the Pixel 2 XL. In the same scenario, while using portrait mode is where I feel the P20 Pro performs better with better edge detection compared to the Pixel 2 XL, which has the right edge of the plant blurred out. There is some detail in the shadows lost on the P20 Pro, though, which is not the case for the Pixel 2 XL. Now this is a tricky little one. In another indoor shot where the Pixel 2 XL seems to be the clear winner, if you switch on night mode on the P20 Pro, it produces a much better picture with far more detail on the wooden surfaces, in the background, and clearer signs and writing, as you can see. Once again, in this picture, the Pixel 2 XL's warm and contrasty look are eye-catching, but the P20 Pro captures the better picture. There is more detail not only in the foreground but also in the background, which is lost completely on the Pixel 2 XL. Now lastly, here's a little interesting picture. This was taken in complete darkness, where the P20 Pro again seems to be doing a better job. With just AI turned on, you see considerable improvement in the level of detail that the Pixel 2 doesn't capture, but if you switch on night mode along with its AI, further improvements are made on minute details which can be seen. To conclude, we wanted to throw a selfie into the mix as well. I think both phones do a very good job at selfies with good dynamic range and colors. So really, this is, well, a choice of personal preference. As far as portrait selfie goes, you can't critique either of them at the edge detection because both of them are fantastic. That being said, the Pixel 2 XL is a little darker and a bit more natural, which I prefer, but the blur effect on the P20 Pro is way better. We hope these pictures give you a better idea of the cameras initially. We'll be covering video capabilities later, but that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Do check out our other videos if you haven't already and subscribe for more.